Your audience is very important. It can determine how you talk to them. If you're talking to someone in your industry, you can use slang and other terms that they will understand when you communicate with them. But if you're talking to someone out of the industry, you have to be a little more um, detailed and explain it better to them because they might not know as much as someone who has been working in the industry with you. Just like an example, like where I work at Hy-Vee, I can talk to my coworkers differently as far as in the produce section. I can explain to them. I can just ask them, "Hey, can you grab some boxes of Doles?" And I'm talking about Dole bananas, but I just say Doles. But when the customer is asking about bananas, I'll be very specific with them, what kind of bananas or what, where they are, what prices, what deals we have. You just have to treat the customer differently than someone who you work with. In my case, and like when you deal with the customer, you have to be very polite with them, even if they are angry or mad, or being rude to you. You still have to be polite with them, and that just and then when you're polite with them, that just shows good character in the company and in yourself. And then it's different when you're talking to a coworker. You can joke around a little bit and just be a little more of yourself with them. Especially like body language at work. When you're talking to a customer, you have to stop what you're doing if you're working or putting out produce. You have to stop what you're doing and give all your attention to the customer. But if you're talking to one of your coworkers or managers, you can be a little more relaxed and you don't have to like give them all your attention. You can keep working as you're talking to them. You don't have to make eye contact with them. But it's really important, like when you're working with a customer, that you give them your complete attention. And also knowing your audiences, like when you're working in produce, your job is to ask the customer if they need any help finding anything. And so as you're working, you just are always looking at your audience, looking at their body language, and if they seem confused, then your job is to go up to them and ask them if you can help them find anything. And you don't have to really notice the body language of your coworkers as much, but when you're out on the shelves and stuff, you have to really pay attention to the customer and how they're reacting as you're working. And so it's just something you really have to know as your audience, and especially the older people that come into the grocery store, they have no idea where half the stuff is at, and you just really gotta know your audience, and just they're gonna need a little more assistance than some of the other people who shop.